Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 23rd of January 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Llewellyn Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Sunday. So this deck comes with a really thick instruction book here. Not a booklet, this is a whole encyclopedia. So if you're looking to buy a deck that comes with a lot of instructions, then this is a good bet here. Let me show you some of the cards as well. I haven't used this deck in a long time. So these are really beautiful. I love these watercolors. Again, it's very kind of romantic Camelot feel here, but really beautiful. I mean, I know I'm not a tarot critic, but I think the cards are so delicate and beautiful. The thick frame takes a little bit from it. I think if they'd expanded the image to the edge of the card, I think that would have been even more powerful. But I mean, these are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, so let me choose 3 cards to see what this day is all about and what energy you'll be working with here on Sunday. Okay, so the first card is the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 3 of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. This is a lovely, grounded, uncomplicated energy. I feel that a big theme on this day are going to be your relationships. So there'll be an opportunity to spend time with other people, to socialize, to hang out with friends and family. And I think what goes along with that is a wonderful sense of being grounded and being in control of your own life, so that you don't feel like anyone is encroaching on you or coming too close. You don't feel like you're being pushed in a certain direction, or you're having to explain yourself, or people are kind of putting pressure on you to express your opinion. It's none of that. It's a very simple kind of being together and saying, let's enjoy nature and each other's company and this time that we've got. And that is very healing and soothing to you. And it gives you the ability to stop, to think, and to say, let me check my perspective on this again. And let me see if this still works for me before I act. It's very interesting because the Knight of Pentacles lives on a knife's edge. He's always hovering between action and non-action. He doesn't know when to jump into the fray and to intervene. And he doesn't know when to hold back and to bide his time and to wait. So this whole process, and what I get a lot strongly is that there may be a sense of being isolated at the beginning of the day. So you may feel like you work very hard and you don't have time to spend with other people, or you've been misunderstood. You've been trying to do things and people have told stories about you and altered the narrative, and you've isolated yourself as a result, which is normal and natural. If you're in a situation where you're constantly being hurt by other people, of course you're going to pull back. But the message I get today is that there may have been something in the past that has put you in a position where you're on your own, and you may have chosen to focus on other things. So health or work or family, to replace friendships or to replace the time you use or the time you spend with friends doing just fun, relaxing things. And on this day, I feel that you get the inner strength to no longer isolate yourself, to connect with people you love, whether it's guaranteed they love you back or not. The point is that you don't feel you are an outsider or you need to be excluded simply because you've been in pain before or certain things haven't worked. You recognize that everyone else who socializes and spends time with their friends has had the same experience, but is able to kind of return to the living. And is so I'm stuttering a bit, but what I'm trying to express is you no longer feel different and special. I've been hurt, so people are bad and I need to just stay by myself. You find it within yourself to say, okay, things haven't worked out all the time. I have been hurt, but there are amazing people in the world I want to spend time with. I am part of the human family. And I'm sure these other people have gone through the same thing. So let's form new relationships, new friendships. And that process of saying, I'm going to refuse to let myself be bullied by life, and I'm certainly not going to sulk in a corner somewhere. That kind of gets you back among the living, and it gives you this perspective on something in your practical circumstances that you're contemplating, considering. You may have to make a decision tomorrow about your work or about your living situation. And this whole process is incredibly useful because it's gonna inform that decision that you make later on in the day or even on the next day. So maybe one of your friends that you've now reconnected with has experience and says something in passing that you're like, oh wow, that gives me a major clue as to what I'm going to do later on or tomorrow. Or it's just something that you feel, like you've been behaving a certain way at work because you felt, marginalized, and now this is resolved. You come out of your shell. So what I feel is it's much more likely that you have the information and that you then will act. I don't think the Knight of Pentacles is in a position here where he says, okay, I'm just going to hold off and perceive. I think for the majority of the day, you're enjoying friendship and nature and time off, and it's very much about simplicity. But at the end of that simplicity and quiet, then the Knight of Pentacles moves on and says, I have what I need now to make decisions, to work at something I care about, to alter things in the way I want. So the thing that's missing isn't information and certification or the rule book. I think what's missing is a sense of certainty when it comes to your feelings, and that you can alter and amend and fix by refusing to isolate yourself and simply having a good time with other people. So the Nine of Pentacles in itself, this is a woman who works very hard, and because she's working so hard, she's got abundance and beauty around her. So you are grounded, you are practical, but as you can see, this is a work situation. Someone's doing like stock inventory there. It isn't about friendship. The passion is the work, but it can get lonely. So it's interesting in this deck because I would never usually say the Nine of Pentacles is lonely, but I get that she's reached a certain level of success in her life and she realizes that something's missing. Friends, a connection with spirit, using her intuition, giving herself a creative outlet. She realizes that today, and with the Three of Cups, 3 in numerology is the mind and new beginnings. So there is a fresh start for you in one of those areas, and the cards are now specifying this. I said it's friendship, but they've made it much more specific. They said friendship, creativity, intuition, or creativity. I don't know if I've already said that. So you find that, okay, it's time for me to connect either spiritually or on a human level. And that then seems like a celebration because it gets you back in touch with your feelings. It recharges your batteries. And what I said earlier, it gives you that sense of certainty. These are my feelings. I'm going to act on these feelings. And then finally, the Knight of Pentacles. So first off, the Knight of Pentacles may appear as a human being in your life today, as a person, someone who's very indecisive, who is kind of on the fence. And as long as you don't get involved in making his decisions for him, then that's fine on a social level, but don't let that seem like the way forward. What you're trying to do is you're acquiring some black and white thinking here. You want it to be all or nothing. You want to move forward or stay put. Options you've got lots of. The thing that's missing is certainty. So if you come across that person, fine, see where he's at. Maybe he'll inspire you to make a decision, or it's a quality that appears within. And I think that's the case. So if you refuse to isolate yourself, you recharge your batteries, you'll find it much more easy to progress later on in the day. If you do isolate yourself and you just focus on work, you ignore all of this, the creative social stuff, then you'll still have that uncertainty and you'll be like, oh, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And then it's easier to make mistakes. So listen to your intuition as the thing that guides you, and see other people as a way of recharging your batteries and refueling the good times or the good vibes. Yeah. Number-wise, we've got 9 and 3 is 12 and 1 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4 and 4 is structure and security. So the day in itself with these two earth cards is very structured and feels very comfortable. Even more so if you allow other people into your life, and you can have a wonderful, relaxing, enjoyable, positive, memorable day here. So I hope you have an amazing Sunday. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal reading. So if you have any questions about your life purpose, what's coming up for you in relationships or finance or travel or the home, or you have any questions at all, then please do get in touch with me for private reading. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share it online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.